What's up guys, it's Chris from Culture Shock and I've got another quick list. The Harry Potter series has been done for quite a while now. The film series was successful. Yeah, the third one was bad, but the rest were good. More than anything else, the film series did a good job of bringing a lot of our favourite characters to life. They nailed the roles of Harry, Ron, Hermione, and Hagrid. Oh, McGonagall, brilliant. Dumbledore was good for 2 films. But one crazy thing is the number of great British actors that there were on screen throughout this series in some role was mental. And you definitely missed some of them, believe me, unless you're like my sister, basically compiled this list for me. So here is 15 actors that you missed in the Harry Potter series. Number 1, I just want to put in for fun because he was my favourite character in any of the films. It's Kenneth Branagh. Now you'd probably remember Gilderoy Lockhart being in The Chamber of Secrets as the best character in any of the Harry Potter films, or any film ever. I cry laughing every time he's on the screen. The man's magnificent. Next. Number 2 is Alfred Enoch. Now, again, you probably remembered the fact that Dean Thomas existed, but you probably forgot that it was the same guy as one of the main characters in How to Get Away with Murder. Next. Number 3 is Robert Pattinson, who played Cedric Diggory in the heartbreaking 4th film. But of course, after that he went on to host his own teenage series film thing as one of Edward or Jacob in Twilight. And yeah, it was a thing. Next. Number 4 is Timothy Spall. Spall's done a lot of great work recently between The Party, Mr. Turner, and The King's Speech. But it's easy to forget that he also appeared in the Harry Potter films as Peter Pettigrew, the rat-faced mother who betrays everyone and sucks. Next. Number 5 is David Thewlis. Now again, you remember Lupin was there. You remember that he died in the hospital. Why you did, J.K. Rowling? But you probably forgot while watching Wonder Woman that the guy who turned out to be Ares, the huge villain, was actually David Thewlis, was Lupin. It's just pretty cool because he was magical in both. Next, number 6 is David Tennant. Did you forget that the 10th Doctor Who was in Harry Potter? Again, he was only in one. He was in the Goblet of Fire as Barty Crouch Jr. But it was a great role for him. He was exceptional in it, and his whole kind of throughout the film was just terrifying and creepy and awesome. Next, number 7 is Emma Thompson. Emma Thompson, the well-renowned British actress known for her fancy roles and excellent character work, was of course the crazy lady throughout the films, Professor Trelawney. Next. Number 8 is Bill Nye. Now of course a guy like Bill Nye is not going to miss out being in the Harry Potter films when pretty much every other famous British actor was in them. But it took a while. He was only in it for one short scene actually in the films when he came to the Weasley's house and read out the Dumbledore's will and gave the things to Harry, Ron and Hermione. And then he just left, and then it was announced like 10 minutes later that he'd been murdered. Oops. Next, John Hurt was in the Harry Potter film series. While he's had an amazing career in films like Alien, V for Vendetta, Hellboy, The Elephant Man and many, many more, he stopped off for a little trip to Diagon Alley where he gave Harry the wand that would be the twin of Voldemort's and set us up for a horrible rematch after rematch, and yep, it's all your fault, John Hurt, as Ollivander, the wand maker. Next, number 10 is John Cleese. This is another immensely famous British actor. Between Monty Python, Fawlty Towers and everything else he's appeared in, John Cleese is one hell of a name. Strangely enough, he probably has less screen time than a lot of these people, even though he's in a bunch of the films as Nearly Headless Nick. I totally forgot about that. Next, number 11 is Toby Jones. Toby Jones is the kind of actor that sneaks into everything. He was in the Marvel Universe as Dr. Arnim Zola. He was in the Hunger Games as Claudius Templesmith. But he was also in the Harry Potter films playing Dobby the House Elf. I totally forgot about that. He was epic when he was there. He was hugely hilarious, and I would love to see more of the behind the scenes footage of him doing the motion capture or whatever it was at the time for that role. Next, number 12 is Jim Broadbent. Just another actor who appears in everything. Like, that's a lot of these guys. These famous British actors who are just a bit older now. There was a lot of roles for them in the Harry Potter series, despite it being about teenagers. Broadbent played Professor Slughorn in the films, and while he was in the 7th and 8th, he really only properly appeared in the 6th, let's face it. He had a great role though. I loved him as Slughorn. I thought he was hilarious. Next, there are surprisingly many roles in the Harry Potter series where you can just voice them. Aragog was another one, and Julian Glover was the voice. You might not know the name first off, But this was the guy who played Donovan Scott, the main villain, in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and was in The Empire Strikes Back as one of the main Imperial generals. The man's been all over the place, from Game of Thrones to Troy. Legend, and I totally forgot he was Aragog. Next, 14 is David Bradley. Now, it's easy to remember Argus Filch, but you definitely forgot when you were watching Game of Thrones that Walder Frey, the guy who killed off most of the Starks at the Red Wedding, was actually Argus Filch. Next! Finally, number 15. This is a very interesting one that I think is probably the most surprising on the list. All you fans of Dancing with the Stars out there will know Julianne Hough really well. She's been a judge on the show for 10 years. She's a widely renowned professional dancer. She's appeared in a great number of films like Safe Haven, Rock of Ages. She was in Grease Live. But she started out as nothing more than a little extra cheering for Gryffindor at the Quidditch match in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Whoa! And that is all for this quick list, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Let us know what other quick lists you'd like to see. I'm just throwing stuff out there week after week. Next week will be another Disney live-action FNcast. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I've been Chris from Culture Shock, and I will see you later, my friends.